Hey everybody, it's Allison at Homeowners Financial. Always got to fund some good little props for this stuff, right? So thank you so much for watching this video. We're talking about locking your interest rate. And this is a term that's thrown around a lot, like, oh, I just want to lock this, I just want to do that. And it's like, there's some things around that. So first and foremost, you lock properties, not people. So when you do a pre-approval, you're given rates that are at that time. In my office, we do it a little differently. We wanted pre-approve you not just where it is today, but a quarter point higher because the market can change overnight without expectation. It might take a while before you find your property. So we want to make sure that you have a worst case scenario of what things look like. But you lock a loan by saying, hey, I'm committed to this transaction within this time frame on this property. And just like you would think that a 30-year fixed rate has a higher interest rate than a 15-year fixed because it's a longer period of time, same thing applies for locks. So most locks are for 30 days. Then they go in increments of 15 days. You could technically lock a loan for 15 days, so maybe we're at the end of the rope and just almost done, and now we got 15 days. Great, lock it down, move on. You have to do it at least 15-day increments. But typically 30 is their standard because that's what most transactions are. And then 45, which is what we do for refinances currently, and then 60, and then there's a 90. The 90 is the most expensive because if you think about it, again, when you're locking a loan, you're saying, hey, I'm going to close this transaction with this parameters within this time frame. Take this money out of the market. Do not let it fluctuate. Hold it for me. I will use it. So when you're locking your loan, you're protecting against movement in the market. Now that movement could be up or down, but you're securitizing that this is your commitment. So in order to lock a loan, as I've mentioned, you've heard me say you need a property, not a person, right? You need a transaction time frame. We had a client situation where they're like, oh, we got this rate lock. I'm like, cool, well, this lock is for 30 days and your escrow is for 60. What are you gonna do for the other time? They're like, oh, we didn't know, right? So there's not necessarily a lot of transparency. And if your loan expires, if your rate expires, because again, in that circumstance, you have a 60-day escrow, but you only locked it for 30, well, then you need to extend your interest rates and there are costs for that. So when you're talking about locking your loan, again, it is for a property, a specific transaction on a specific time frame and your specific parameters. You're taking that money out of the market and holding it for you. I will use it, I will close it, we will get this done. I'm Austin at Homeowners Financial. If there's any other questions that you have, please let us know. Thank you so much for subscribing, watching. I'm honored to help in any way. Make it a great day.